you like it or not, once a DNA test is being carried out, it means there's some form of trust issues.
The minute your husband tells you he wants to do a DNA test,
exactly. He
that's grounds
shouldn't
for
tell
divorce.
you that.
The relationship can never be the same.
Can't be the same.
It can never be the same. So I even prefer, don't go and do it behind my back, because that will even make me more angry. Do tell me that this is what you want to do. Then I now realize that, oh, okay, you're looking at me some type of way.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Heat Podcast, where we discuss the hottest topics in sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. My name is Ifeanyi. I'm here with my amazing co-hosts.
Hey guys, my name is Kimmy K. And I'm back on the Heat, brought to you by Pulse. I'm excited to be here once more. What's good, guys?
I'm chill. What's up, guys? It's David Ben. I'm a senior lifestyle reporter. I'm a content creator and a curator. And I'm glad to be here,
Hi guys, my name is Tosin and I'm new here and I'm really excited to be here today. So.
Are you excited? This is your first time with us.
Yeah, it's your first time.
Yes, I
You need
am.
to tell the audience, what do you do? Who is Tosin? They want to know who is Tosin.
Oh, I'm a sports analyst and a presenter here at Pulse.
Great.
What club do you support?
Manchester United, proudly.
Because they won the trophy recently.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Well, good.
I'm chill.
I'm good. And before we start, I want to say there was a comment on the last video that we posted.
Yeah.
Where someone was like, oh, what does she know? She belongs in the kitchen.
What? Someone said
I
that?
have frying pan. No. Like, I will bang your face. What do you mean?
Someone said that, really?
Yeah, someone was
Wow.
saying that. I was like, what does she know? She belongs in the kitchen. I do not.
That's ridiculous.
I
Actually.
belong here.
Yes, this is where you
That's
belong.
sexist.
You belong here.
It's
It's
sexist.
your people now.
It's very sexist.
I'm
Alright,
not
so what
gonna
we're
do
getting
this.
into today? What we're getting into today? It's been an exciting week.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk.
Football season is over.
Yeah, and there's
Almost
now
over.
time for a lot of other things to happen.
Yeah,
So we've heard
yeah.
some stories and some alleged stories, some rumors. What's
Some
been going on?
scandals, some
Yeah.
divorces.
Give us a lowdown, David.
I mean, a lot of things happened this past week, but I think the interesting one that I would, that caught my attention or caught everyone's attention is obviously the story involving a Nigerian footballer. His name is Olanrewaju Kayode.
Yeah.
So this player,
A Nigerian footballer, does he play for any Nigerian club?
no.
Okay, so
He's
does he
he's
play for?
clubless at the moment.
At the moment, he's out of.
His last team was one club in Turkey. So this guy comes out to accuse his wife and former agent Dora of fraud and adultery and a whole lot of just a crazy story. Interestingly, this story first came up in March when an article from PM News went viral detailing the lows in that marriage, crisis rocking their marriage and everything, and everybody was shocked. And when that story came out, neither the player nor the wife even commented. Nobody said anything. We tried to reach out to him. Pulse Sports did try to reach out, but no feedback yet. The wife also, no feedback yet. So that happened. Fast forward to May this month, another one came out saying, okay, the 3 children that they have allegedly does not belong to him.
Yikes.
And so that brought back everyone was like, where did this story come from? And then it was a whole lot of conversations.
So did he say there was a DNA test done?
I mean, he did. He never really said, oh, I did a DNA test and it's proven that they're not my kids. No, he did not say that. He just accused his wife.
Yeah.
That, oh, these kids are not even mine.
And she's not denying it.
I mean, she has vehemently denied it.
it. There was a report out there where
Yeah.
she was like, nah, you're lying, bro.
Yeah.
You're lying, bro. I think this is a very messy situation.
Very messy.
Because I don't even want to talk about it simply because there are kids involved.
Right.
There are young children involved. Whether you like it or not, that's their dada. That's their father. And the entire media frenzy is really going to come down on those kids. But what's the woman saying, though? Like, what's her side of the story?
I mean,
I want to hear her side of the story.
I mean, listen. So I'm just gonna read something here real quick
Okay.
for you guys to see. So when during her response, it was a kind of a lengthy. She actually responded with a lawsuit threatening to sue him if he doesn't take back what he said about the DNA, and if he doesn't provide evidence that he actually went for a DNA test. And then on the post on her Instagram page, she actually made an allegation, a fresh allegation, completely fresh allegation. So this is what she says. She says, "Honestly, I'm so tired of this man's nonsense, and it has to stop now. I knew he was not mentally stable when he pulled out a knife on me some months ago. But to go as far as ruining the lives of innocent kids is way too far. Kayode, I didn't think you would go that low." So that's her side.
So all of this is hearsay, none of this is facts.
Everything's
none
hearsay.
of this is
So
facts.
it's his words
So,
against hers. Literally.
yeah.
And she's now brought in a fresh twist to the story, saying domestic violence, domestic
And,
abuse.
when you bring in domestic violence,
That
it becomes
makes it
very
more sensitive.
Yeah, it becomes too
Yeah.
sensitive.
So
But like, what do you guys actually think about this story breaking into the media like that? Because I read that the man has tried to off himself
Twice,
Yeah.
allegedly, twice. yeah.
allegedly,
Yeah.
and that's not funny.
I mean, she says she goes on here to say, the last couple of years in this marriage have been like hell on earth. I am so drained, in pain, and I just wish this kind of abuse and oppression on any woman anywhere in the world. I don't wish this kind of abuse and oppression on any woman anywhere in the world. If your story is similar to mine, run away from that man. Leave that marriage. You are not stuck, and I pray God will heal you and send helpers your way like he has to. So technically, she's saying she's done.
But I think there's always like a truth, even if it is a lie, which everything is all alleged. There's always a truth in something. I'm not sure the guy would just come out and say something this wild, except maybe he caught her cheating. We don't know if the kids are for him, but I think for him to say that there's an atom of truth in whatever he's saying. But I think that nowadays, the way people act in marriage, and even this domestic violence, some people use it as an excuse. When you
Right.
some women,
Yeah.
they use it as an excuse, and there are some people that
An
actually
excuse to do
suffering
what?
to maybe just ruin the man's reputation since she has been caught cheating. But some people actually go through that, and it's sad that some people use it as an excuse. Some women just use it, oh, he beats me, and everybody will just automatically believe you because you're a woman. And there are real people that
But
are
it
passing
kind of
those
sounds like
problems.
you're taking
I-
Olanrewaju
No, I'm not
side.
taking. No, I'm
She's
not.
finding
I'm
an
not. I'm
angle.
saying.
Okay.
I'm coming from his own angle that you do everything is alleged. I also said that you do not know if those children that are actually for him
Are
or
his,
not.
yeah.
But I'm saying there are some women that actually lie about this domestic abuse of a thing, and there are actually people that are going through these things. That's why you see when a woman comes outside to say, oh, they beat me, they'll just be like, we need to wait, because some people have lied and played with this thing. This
Yeah.
is a serious thing that
Yeah,
people
but
go through,
I
and it's
really
sad.
disagree. I
Why?
feel like there's a contradiction in your point, because if you are saying to every story there's an atom of truth,
Yeah.
so
I'm
why are
talking
we
about
not
the
why are we
DNA.
not giving the woman the atom of truth if she's saying he pulled out a knife on her? That's a serious allegation.
I said
to
I'm
be
coming
honest.
from
No,
his
she's
side.
coming from his
I'm
side.
not. I've not even
I
gone
know,
to
I
our
know,
own
I know
side,
where
to
you're
our
coming
own
from his side. I know that
Yes.
you're coming from his side, but I'm just like trying to clarify that if there is any atom of truth in either of the stories, because
Very
we don't
true,
we
yes.
don't know the true picture.
No, we don't. No,
Have you been to his house before?
never
Do
ever
you
seen
know
him.
do you know his
I
father's
think
house?
I think
We don't
the
know the true picture, so we cannot really say that this woman might be lying for allegedly for
Allegedly,
attention,
yes, that's what
or
I
trying
said
to spin the
too.
narrative.
or trying to spin the
Yes.
narrative. And I
Yeah.
feel like in situations like this, two things can be true.
Perhaps.
He
Exactly.
could have been physically abusive, and she could have
Been
been
cheating.
cheating.
yeah.
So we do not know
Yes.
the true picture.
What I feel about this situation, not necessarily the two people involved, is we've been hearing too many stories about this person finds out his kids are not his, this person does that. I think before you come out and make these allegations, there should be a DNA test done.
Yes.
If you've done a DNA test and you have the results, then we can now get to it. Unfortunately, I'm not aware of any laws governing paternal fraud in Nigeria. I don't think there is.
Someone needs to clarify.
I don't think there's any law that says if you can go to jail or whatever, because there needs to be something like that. If there's a deterrence for people who are lying and
Should there?
I've heard
Should there?
I've
But
heard
why?
I've heard that
Why?
some women
Why?
listen. I've heard that some women
Okay.
who may
Yeah.
who may be having an affair with 2, 3, 4 men will pick the most promising man and put the kids on him. I've heard that this is done.
Obviously, it's done.
So if there's a deterrent. If you say that, you know what, 1 year jail time, 2 years jail, I think it would reduce, because there's no way a man can raise. There's no way a man can raise 3 kids.
I think it makes no sense for there to
from
be
infancy till adulthood, and then finds out that those 3 kids are not his.
Okay, who suffers in the entire situation?
It's the kids.
It's the kids. Because if you're sending the mom off to jail for paternity fraud, the dad is abandoning the kids because they are not his seed.
No,
then
I think
where are the kids
me
going to fall
personally,
out?
I think it's just really sad, and I think people that actually do
They'll
this
figure it
paternity
out.
fraud
Figure
thing-
it out how.
Because
we're talking
if-
about Nigeria, where systems do not function the way they should function. So figure it out, because they're victims in this situation.
So
and
are
they're
you
kids.
saying that in a confirmed case of paternity fraud, the man should suck it up and, you know, raise,
I never said
keep
that.
raising the kids?
I never said that. I'm only pointing the fact that if you imprison the mother, the alleged criminal
In this scenario, yeah.
if you imprison the mother and then you leave the father is like, oh yeah, I mean, I've invested in you all these years,
Right.
but because you're not my actual seed for my actual, you know,
But she has committed a crime.
I'm not faulting that a crime has been committed. I'm like, the victims in this situation, where are they supposed to go?
Me, I don't think they should arrest the woman. There is no
Where are they
need,
supposed
because
to go?
it has been done. But that's why it is good as a man. When your wife gives birth for you, you shouldn't tell her, because it's going to be somehow that, oh, I'm going to do DNA on these kids, which means you're actually accusing her, which is quite sad, because if a man tells me that, I'll really be upset. I think you can do DNA for kids without your wife even knowing. Just take your kids to avoid all this
Okay, so
drama.
if you accept that it should be done,
Yes.
and you also just said that you would be upset if you found out,
As she should.
Yes.
so that means
You can do it without letting me know.
I wouldn't even be upset if you do it without me knowing.
No.
I feel like I'll even feel more I want you to even tell me that this is what you're going to do, because whether you like it or not, once a DNA test is being carried out, it means there's some form of trust issues.
We've had that conversation before.
We've had that conversation
Yeah.
before.
And we did agree that that's ground for divorce. The minute your husband tells you he wants to do a DNA test,
exactly. He
that's grounds
shouldn't
for
tell
divorce.
you that.
The relationship can never be the same.
Can't be the same.
It
Yes.
can never be the same. So I even prefer, don't go and do it behind my back, because that will even make me more angry. Do tell me that this is what you want to do. Then I now realize that, oh, okay, you're looking at me some type of way.
Yeah.
And let's remember that it's a pastor involved in this saga.
Exactly. I was going to come to it. I was going to come
there's
to
a pastor in the mix.
Yeah, I was going to come to
It's
that.
a pastor.
I call him.
Are we calling names?
I personally call him. Oh yes, we are.
We're
calling-
naming names.
Oh, we are
Yes,
calling
'cause
names.
it's
His name was in
alleged.
the publications, and you know the allegation was specific. I call him a celebrity pastor because he's a celebrity pastor.
He
I
is.
call him a billionaire pastor because he's a billionaire pastor.
He's a billionaire.
Based on his assets in Nigeria, he's a billionaire.
In Naira.
Yeah.
Or in Naira, yeah. So, Pastor Toby Adigboyega was, named in this whole allegations, and he
as
reacted though. He has distanced himself like real. He didn't directly say, "Oh, I didn't. I'm not." He just didn't even want to attend to. He didn't even want to address it because for him it's non-existent. It
Right.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, but what they're saying he did though? What's his
They're
role in
saying
all
that
of this?
It was romance.
They
thing.
alleged no. Yeah,
Oh.
they alleged.
It's romantic
They alleged
now.
that they had an affair. Also alleged that Kayode's wife Dora allegedly moved 2 of his Mercedes SUVs to him, gave it away as, oh, thank you, my spiritual father, kind of
Thank
thing.
you, Daddy.
Maybe.
Thank
Wow.
you for the spiritual.
So that's what they're saying that he did. My own point is this: from 2017, when he was at Shakhtar, till his last club at in Turkey, this guy has earned over $5 million
Okay.
in salaries. That's gross minus tax.
Is that a lot?
If you convert that to Naira, that's about
Well,
Seven-
Within that period for a footballer, is that a lot?
that's a lot of money.
for
That will last you.
for a
It's decent. It's decent.
decent
It's actually
salary.
decent.
Plan well.
tier C,
Yeah,
tier
no, I'm
D
not even saying
footballer.
he didn't start
Yeah.
his career in 2017. I'm saying from 2017 when
Yeah.
his salary earnings was actually recorded
Yeah.
Yes.
till when he stopped playing football. He's earned over $5 million
Okay.
in salaries.
So
That's
he's
about
rich.
7.4 billion naira.
Yes. Yes.
So
he's rich.
He's rich,
he's
okay.
if he comes, he's rich. He's rich.
Okay.
And I think I understand his frustration that, okay, I mean, he has a house in Pinnock Beach Estate. Like he has three Mercedes, two G wagons, and one GLE.
So he's a baller.
He's
So he's a
comfortable.
big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and I think that's the angle that I want us to address.
Yeah.
These athletes do you think that they are victims of their own wealth? Like, I mean, they tend to be with people who would probably, like she said, women could just come and say tomorrow they marry today, tomorrow they say they want a divorce, and you ask why. I didn't cheat. I fell out of love. That's what you're gonna hear.
Hey, that's not even good.
That's what you're gonna hear.
What's wrong with falling out of love?
Why would you fall out of love? Because
Love is not forever.
So like, and that's a conversation I want us to have
Yeah.
with athletes generally. These guys make money. They play football, make their money, decide to settle down with this woman. Like, do you think there's any? Can you ever be too sure of this person that, okay, this partner, this woman I'm marrying, she's going to be with me for life, ride or die? Come rain, come sunshine. We have issues. She's still here. She's not going to leave me. I want to request half of my wealth.
But you're just talking about the woman. What about the man? What's the effort? I know he's bringing money up, but how is he trying to keep his marriage? Because everything is just, is she going to leave her?
Be a ride or die.
Yes, will it be the ride? Is he going
In
to
this
be a ride or
economy.
die for?
Wow. No, but
let me
hold on.
state
Yeah,
this.
Hold on. I want you to finish that thought.
No,
In this economy,
in
how?
this economy,
Yeah.
dot.
No, finish it. In this economy,
Let me state
it's a crime to
something,
be
right?
ride or die.
Ride or dies are myth. There is nothing like a ride or die.
That means
Even
you-
your own
that means
shadow
you don't-
leaves you in the dark.
That means you don't want to get married.
Even your own shadow will leave you in the dark. There's no such thing as a ride or die. And I think that's the mistake a lot of people, or maybe these athletes, are making when they want to get into a partnership or relationship with someone,
Right.
looking for a long-term ride or die. It's not possible.
Why is it not
But it's
possible?
still
Why is it not
now.
possible?
It's
Especially-
possible.
How many of these athletes and their marriages last? Let's even start
There are
from
many.
David Beckham, you can just use him as a
David
prime
Beckham,
example.
2020.
Do you know what I think?
But they're
Adeze
a different
Yobuan.
case.
Adeze
Why?
Yobuan,
Let's not
Joseph
bring them
Yobo.
on. They're very different
Adeze
cases.
Yobuan,
But let's
Joseph
continue
Yobo.
the conversation.
There are
though.
many couples.
Rides
Can
or
too.
dies are a myth.
I don't think so, Kim.
You cannot be with
You
somebody
think?
forever.
You
do you think
can.
there's there?
Does she believe in love?
Maybe, yeah, except that.
Living in love.
Do you think there's a higher chance of it failing, of your relationship failing, when you meet the woman or whoever after you've become rich? You know,
Yes.
unlike childhood sweethearts,
Yeah.
like let's say Messi or who met Antonella.
See, there are a lot of factors when it comes to like these athletes and their marriages. And like you said, meeting someone after you've made the wealth and the name and the money, let's be real, it's hard to meet someone genuine.
Because they know
Are
that
you telling
because
me
they know
someone like Ronaldo now? And I'm not saying he's going to leave like Georgina.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yes.
saying, for example,
Yeah.
he's single. And he comes and he wants to get into a relationship with someone. The first thing that person is seeing is his wealth,
Yeah, absolutely.
his
Status,
fame,
yeah.
his status, his power. Let me remind you of the girl that blew up on Instagram because Mbappe just took a look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
that's
you-
insane.
That's insane. She blew up from like, I don't know, like a few hundred followers to like over
100K followers.
hundreds of
Yes.
thousands of
she's actually now
followers.
160, 168 or so.
Oh, wow.
I mean, at the end of the day, maybe they are victims of their wealth and their fame and their power because
So athletes are victims. Can we establish that?
what?
Athletes
I'm
are
not
victims.
saying they're victims. I'm saying it is easy for them to be victims of vicious people who only see their wealth, their fame,
Yeah.
their power, their status, their influence, whether you like it or not. And this is me being real. It is hard for an athlete to find love, especially when they've made it
I
in
agree.
life.
In
I
Nigeria.
completely agree. Anywhere.
Anywhere in the world. And it's not in a man or woman situation. Like, it's just human nature. That's what I feel.
Because the first thing you're seeing is the money,
Someone like Ronaldo
Yeah.
should just say,
$1 million, $1 million.
Say hi.
you will say,
Funny thing, yes.
Just hide.
Men love money more than women, actually.
Whoa.
Like crazy.
Yes.
Really?
You guys,
Yeah.
do. If you see Ronaldo now, the way you be acting will be
Ah,
worse
big
than
boss.
the guy
big boss.
Honestly, I think you're right. You're right in some things, but I also want
Praise
to.
God.
I also want to. I don't want to say add, but I also want to come from the angle of, especially because I won't lie, I have to give credit to Nigerian footballers. There are a lot of them who have been able to hold down their relationships. It's not easy. It's not, even
Absolutely.
personally, as a journalist, if I tell you the amount of DMs I get of ladies literally asking me how can they block this footballer how can they be
Do
whack?
you want to share some
How
names
can
with
Yeah.
us? You want
How
to share
can
some
we-
Do you
names
wanna
with
give us
us?
some
No, I'm not. I'm
tips?
not gonna
How
give
can
them
we
tips.
give
I'm
us
not. I'm
tips?
not.
How can I
can't.
bag
I don't want to
footballers?
be out here ending marriages. Please.
We want to bag footballers,
Please,
like
please.
the
So
economy.
I would say that it's not easy for you to go ply your trade in Europe or anywhere, work hard, play football, earn
yeah.
decently, and then when it's time to settle down, you think you're in love, you get married, and only to a few months or a few years, this woman
Yeah.
is trying to leave you.
Yeah.
So it's not like
And
me,
it's
that's my
it's hard
angle.
for them to even date within their tax bracket because how many people are earning millions of dollars like you are?
Yeah, it's hard for them to
Yeah.
take.
So it's
stick within
like-
there. If I
So
was a
do they
footballer,
settle?
personally, if I was a footballer or an athlete, I'm never gonna get married until after I retire. I'm not even thinking about marriage. We can be in a relationship, but I'm not getting married. If I was,
Do you think that's what Ronaldo is doing?
I don't even think he has any plans.
I don't think
to get
Yeah.
married.
To get married to.
Yeah, I hear he does. I hear because he's been asked that question before.
How
and
many
he says-
years?
He said, yeah, he would.
How long have they been
So
together?
you don't think Ronaldo is going to
Since
give Georgina a ring?
2017.
I really don't think so. I would love to see
Why?
that happen, but it just doesn't look
Do you
like
thi-
it's
do you
going to
think-
I
happen.
think
They're
he
gonna get
will.
married?
Yes, maybe later.
When he retires, probably.
No, I don't see that happening actually.
I don't.
I don't.
I
I,
really
feel like they
don't.
already
Think
have
about marriage.
everything. They already have. What's the difference between what they're doing and people that are
Right.
married?
Yeah.
I mean, the
Is
ring.
this certificate?
And
The
she's on
ring.
monthly
I'm sure
salary
Georgina's
too.
closet has thousands and thousands of diamond rings if she
Yes.
wants.
Yeah.
I really don't think.
It's
I don't.
just-
I don't see that happening. I don't see a marriage
No,
happening.
I think you.
But
will.
is that a bad thing that this athlete? I have a good thing going on with this person,
And I don't want
wanna get married?
to. I mean, it would also depend on how Georgina feels. If she's not pressing, I don't think she's.
Who told you she's
Is
not
she?
pressing?
I don't know.
wants
Is
to
she
make-
pressing him?
Yeah, she wants.
She wants to get
him.
married.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Like you could literally see her face. Like sometimes she could be in public with Ronaldo, and I don't know whether that reality check just hits her. Oh, I'm not his wife.
Yes.
Do you think there's a
we're
possibility that the longer it goes on, there could be a breakup or a
No, I
separation?
don't think so.
I think that they're kind of two.
So you think they're locked in
merged
for life?
together.
Yes.
They're locked in because
Yeah.
if Ronaldo finds another babe, people are still always going to refer to Georgina. Yeah, how many kids does he have with this woman?
5. Sorry, 3.
That's a lot.
3. Oh.
No, 2.
No.
Sorry.
So
2.
where are the?
He's supposed to have 3 twins. One of the twins died, so it's
Yeah,
2.
that's true.
No, she has kids for him before now.
No,
Those girls.
no, those girls were adopted. It was
Really?
what they call
Oh.
surrogacy.
Oh,
The twins
okay.
surrogacy. So
Yeah.
the first son, Cristiano Jr.
Yeah, I know that.
The
one.
2 surrogacy, and the
Wow.
twins. She lost
Do you think he's cheating?
one of them.
on
For sure
Georgina?
now.
Really?
I don't know.
Ronaldo.
Do you think people would not know?
I mean, I'm not out here to say if they are cheating because I don't know. But
Well, I
guys,
don't know, but if it is, it will just be
No,
a
but I
situation
think-
of Davido and Shoma.
No. My goat is faithful. He wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Can't argue. But guys, like final thoughts on this Kayode and his wife situation. I personally believe that we're not in a position to give a verdict because it's not really clear. It's still allegations. What say the rest of you?
So I think all of this is alleged and it's just a really sad situation, and we pray that they find a resolution for all of this. And yeah, just because of the kids, just
I mean, the kids are like the main victim in this
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
And it'll always be sad when the two parents, whether real or not, are at odds. And I don't know how they're gonna find a resolution because it's in the media already and it's messy and it's there for life on the internet. But anywho, let's see how the story plays out.
Well, for me, let me send the message to Kayode. Kayode, if you have any money left, please take your money and go. That's my advice to you.
And
That's
leave
it.
his investment, aka the children.
Well,
Don't
look,
go.
I
Drag
mean,
those children.
if you can get your kids, fine. But if you, at this point, from what I'm hearing, I don't know how true it is, but if there's any money left, he needs to find his way because it's only going to get worse. Alleged suicide attempts, it's really serious. So
And I don't like that we didn't really talk about the pastor's role in all this, but
I feel like
it's
we
fine.
tried to sidestep that
Yeah, we have
because
to,
it's a
because
pastor.
yeah.
You don't really
You know
want
this
to.
and
is-
so
No, we have to be
you know
careful.
these people.
Pastors
they
are
like
not
pastors,
infallible.
pastors.
I know, but we just have to be careful because it's
Yeah,
still,
you really have
it's
to be
still
careful
an
when it comes
allegation. I
to
don't wanna
religious-
really get into it. So-
Especially
People
when
get
we
really
don't know
touchy
if
when
it's
you
true
talk
or
about
not.
pastors.
Exactly.
And that's all for today. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and we're coming with hotter takes here on the Heat Podcast. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.